What up, YouTube? What's going on? Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification button for update videos coming up soon. Got a question for everybody out there in the racing world who has a race car, know people who race cars or whatever. Just trying to figure out, when is everybody going back to showing time, since everybody and their mama has a dragy in their vehicles now who drag races. So basically, you know what the next man is doing. I don't care what you say about, oh, you can't tell how fast a person is and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can. If you beat that person by a car, half a car, whatever. If your time say you run 7:30s in the quarter, or 7:30, excuse me, in the eighth, excuse me, and that person beats you by a car, you basically know what that person is, especially if you're a real driver and a real race car guy. You basically can tell how fast another person is by knowing what another person's car is doing. Everybody's sharing their dragy times. And for those who don't know what a dragy is a device you can mount in your vehicle, and it tells you your quarter mile times, your 60 foot, and your mile an hour. And there's normally two numbers off of either one. Two numbers up, two numbers down, 1, 2. But it's not that far off. So you're very close to what the clocks really show. And I'm just trying to figure out, since everybody, you know, from the numbers world want to come into the grudge world, and they show numbers one week and go grudge race the following week, and showing no times, whatever. Everybody know what you do. Most of y'all ain't changed motors, and I don't care if you did change motors, still, you know, that car has time. Unless you dumb that car down to nothing, which we seriously doubt you will if you ever update motors, you might as well just show times. I remember in the beginning when grudge started years ago, so it's been, you couldn't run the clocks for a year. No time slips. You know, that's basically the rules of it. You know, it was basically grudging. Now everybody knows what damn near everybody doing. I don't care if you slowed it down. If you ran an 890 slowing it down, well, we know you capable of 870 or 860. So basically we know what you capable of doing. So you put a car that's faster than that person. It really, you know, it's supposed to be run what you run type deal. Well, you ain't gonna race no pro mod against a street car. We know that's not gonna happen. So, I mean, just basically, if you got two cars, damn near sit alike, however you want to figure it out or whatever, you got a grudge against that person. You race against that person for a few dollars, whatever. Or dinner or whatever. If y'all cool, you'll race for dinners, whatever, drinks, whatever the hell you want to race for. That's basically what it was. Now it's like everybody want to know what people run and times and all that stuff. So then they came out with a device called dragy. Everybody and their mama that went and bought one. It's a device you hook up to your phone. Like I said, it's damn near close to what you get at the clocks on the at the track. So I'm just wondering, to all the grudge racers now, because basically everybody and their mama got them. Basically everybody and their mama got them in their car now. If you drag race. So are we gonna turn back on the clocks and get away from grudging, or are y'all gonna bring grudging back to where it was? Because y'all letting guys who run numbers into the grudge world. There's a few guys out there, they know who they are. I doubt they watch this little ass channel, so it ain't no biggie. But there's quite a few people that's in the grudge world that has draggies who share their times, who has shared their times and posted times and tell their times and race against people that's in the grudge world. And once they tell their times, you basically know who that person, basically what that person runs. I've been around drag racing shit since I was a little kid. I'm damn near 50 now. So, you know, you coming from an era of people showing times, which ain't no biggie. And I mean, that's your thing, that's your thing. I can't knock you for what you like to do, but why don't you leave one world have their own lane? And that's the problem with a lot of things now. Everybody want to be in everybody else's lane. And grudge world had their lane, and people that run numbers don't like that, because we have better purses. At the end of the day, our grudge worlds is better purses, more people that show up and so forth. You look at the people that run numbers, the stands ain't packed like that. The grudge game gets more people than most of the number games. And I'm not talking about John Force and those type of dudes. I'm talking about the local racers and so forth. The purses are bigger and so forth. You have more people that want to attend or go to the grudge world, the no clock world, and race that world because, like I said, it's more exciting. There's more people. There's more coverage. There's more this and there's more that than you would the index people or just run straight number people. And you see them coming into our world, then bounce back over to their world, then bounce back over to this world. Same car, ain't changed squat, none of that, which is cool. Do what you want to do. Build your car the way you want to build it. But everybody damn near has $100,000 of better cars out there now. That's really up in the game of grudging. You have, you can build a grudge car for a little less than money, but like I said, that's staying in your lane. If you want to play with the big boys, you're gonna have to spend that big boy cash. That's the way it works. But the thing is, you got a lot of these guys who have fast street cars, and I'm talking about they put them on the street and they can run numbers. One person I can speak on is the Bailey guy. Can't think of his first name right now. With this 6-second street car, and that's another thing. People want to classify what street car he is. Everybody has a definition of what a street car is, but basically, from what I understand, a street car is full interior, both seats, back seats. Headliner really don't make no difference because the headliner only weigh a few damn ounces, if 1.5 pounds or something like that. So forth. Street legal insurance and tag. Well, you have Tom Bailey, that's the guy's name. Tom Bailey with the 6-second car that is street drivable, full interior, and the man has driven that car, towing his jet skis in Florida with the car. He's traveled all over the world. There's quite a few guys that's out there that's traveled all over the United States with those monster cars. But people exclude them because they say they're not street cars. How is not a street car in the street legal and has insurance and they can drive it all over the country? More than what half these cars that are quote unquote street cars that they let in these events can do. So the excluding and non-excluding. Sorry about that. There's people come down here with loud button music and so forth. So I ain't trying to get copyrighted for no damn songs that I don't own nothing to. But that is my questions there. Since everybody has draggies in their car, are we going to bring back the clocks and let the grudge game go? Since everybody know what everybody doing, everybody's scared to run people now. Oh, such and such has got a fast car, blah, 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 blah. No, don't race him. You got a lot of people that's race blocking too. Telling people don't race another person or whatever. Regardless of the fact they're two friends or enemies or whatever they could be, whatever they want to race, let them race. Basically stay neutral on stuff like that. If you cool with both sides, stay neutral. That's the only way you can, stay out of BS that way. Don't put your name in stuff that don't need to be. That's the best way to do things, is just stay out of the way of folks and they shenanigans. And so forth. So, my thing is this. I love drag racing, but, it don't make me no difference. But my thing is this. Since everybody got draggies, who want to race somebody who knows what your time's going to be? That's the whole purpose of racing somebody not knowing what the outcome could be. If you know you faster than the person, your whole job of building a race car is be faster than the next man. But sooner or later, and that's the problem, that's another thing, sooner or later, this is what you young folks who's entering this world need to understand. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some. There is no, oh my God, well, I'm not going to pay, whatever the case may be. You need to pay your debts. You need to know that you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. You have to just understand that. If you can't take a loss, don't get involved in no gambling, period. Real men get involved and understand the rules of the game. That's the whole thing. You understand somebody's gonna win, somebody's going to lose. Point blank. Don't be a sore loser. Just hey, shake my man hand or whatever, dap him up, be like, hey, good race, go home, start over again. Know your Hellcat from the factory is not the fastest thing on this planet, so stop believing that BS that comes to your head. Because there is some cars out here that will run out your life, and so forth. So let's figure out what's the next move for the grudge world, because I don't see the grudge game like it used to be. Even with all these times that it is now, before all this happened, I really didn't see the way it used to be, that I knew where it started from and so forth. Of Hood TV, God rest his soul, Dwayne, that was my boy right there. All the guys who started the game, the no clock game and so forth, seeing how it is from then to now, everybody's ready to fight at these events now. Everybody ready to pull a pistol out because their feelings get hurt or they're emotional. And you can't wear your emotions on your sleeve. The whole purpose of a person talking jack to you is to throw you off your game. Everybody been thrown off their game. Somebody got a good mouthpiece to talk you into a race that you wouldn't really want to do, or say some stuff that make you react to do something stupid. But you have to get your emotion in check. Everybody's been there, done that. But you have to get your emotions in check when you do something like that. And that's what the problem. Everybody quick to pull guns out because they lost, or you gonna jump the person because you pull some old rinky-dink BS at the end of the day. I done seen a few of that in a few videos of somebody want to change the rules, or somebody don't want to pay, or you have a lock-in time when you're supposed to run a person, but this person procrastinating the whole entire night and want to wait till 3-4 o'clock in the morning to race you when it's dew on the surface, and dew is moisture, and cars with slicks on them or drag radio cannot hook on moisture. So, and that's for the people who don't know. Folks that do know, you already know. But I done watched that when they threatened to jump the person because they wanted their lock-in money back, because the person BS or get the lock-in money that they was owed, because the person BS'd around and want to wait till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to do some old raggedy mess like that. It's videos out there, people doing that. I ain't no point saying no names or who it was or whatever, but I would never race nobody down that way that's involved with those people. So I wouldn't even let the people I know that got fast cars go down there with that BS. If you don't have a set time, neutral person, neutral party that doesn't have no valve on either side, that's up and up with the rules, needs to hold the money and enforce the rules. All that, you got 30 people scaring the person so they don't want to give up the money when the lock-in time comes around and pass around, or you don't supposed to work on your car in the stage lane, but you get caught working on your car and the person don't want to obey by the rules that were set by both parties. And that's the problem. It has gone to gangsterism and terrorism at the tracks now, that you damn near gotta wear a bulletproof vest to go to the track at some of these events, especially them dunk races. I don't know how y'all people. I'm not a rim person. I'm not into the rim racing. That's your world. I don't get involved in it, and I don't hate on it. That's your thing. Do your thing. So I can't tell you nothing about it, but some of the videos I seen, man, and y'all folks know it, it's dangerous going to those events, because you got cheerleaders, as I call them. Purpose ain't got nothing to do with the car. Always got something to say about somebody else's car, and so forth, and not understanding the rules of the game, instead of sitting back and let the two people who own the car or the two drivers talk what they need to talk about to get the race off. It shouldn't take no 5 hours on the phone. No, excuse me, let me take this back. It shouldn't take no 5 hours on the internet. It shouldn't take another 5 hours on the phone. Then you get to the track and talk for another 10 hours about the same race y'all initially talked about 3 days ago. It is what it is. Okay, I want this or I don't want this, heads up, off the trailer, whatever the stipulations y'all done made about this race. You get them on videotape or text message so you can go back and say, hey, this is what we said. So when it comes down to if you late for lock-in time, or if you working on your car, or you did do a test pass or so forth, whatever the step was that you ain't supposed to do before then, that's when you're supposed to get your lock-in money. So hit the comments up. Let me know what y'all think about that.